drumstick, a sweet treat that we've all enjoyed. Unless you live in one of these countries. You see, the thing is, this is full of chemicals that are also used to make this, a yoga mat, but I'm still allowed to eat it, thanks to the FDA.
I love this.
For the next 24 hours, I'm gonna be exploring banned American foods that you won't find in other countries. I do think drive-thrus in general should be banned because the food that we have access to so easily is just disgusting. I will say right now, drive-thrus kill more people than drive-bys. There, I said it.
It's not even a controversial take. That's like, yeah, no, literally. I mean, yeah. Fast food absolutely kills more people than fucking drive-bys do. What the fuck? Yes. 100%.
Tastes like disposable income. Our first banned substance of the day is actually going to be Coffee Mate, which is banned.
For the record, I want to point something out here. Having an FDA is objectively good. This video in and of itself, I don't know if it's critical of the FDA because it even exists. I assume it's critical of the FDA because it's not doing the job that the FDA is supposed to do that other countries' FDAs are doing. You know what I mean? So just understand that. Because like the notion that these foods, these substances are banned elsewhere, but not banned in America implies that the FDA is not doing a good job here that other countries are doing.
And in Austria, Hungary, and other Scandinavian countries for its hydrogenated oils. And I don't know about you, but it looks slightly phallic. It makes you want to put it in things, like my coffee. I feel like just like the bedside Nutella, this is going to take some practice to perfect the right ratios here, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try. Ooh, I got the hazelnut flavor, my second favorite nut. 35 calories per tablespoon. That will get you pretty quick.
It's awful. Oh my God.
If I close my eyes, for one, I don't see anything, but why is it really banned, man? To accompany my coffee, we are going to be having some Twinkies, America's biscotti, about as nutrient dense as a kitchen sponge, and I bet the manufacturing process is pretty similar too, I bet. This is banned in many countries for having yellow 5, which is the yellow dye that makes the cake yellow.
I love the way you finger my box, William. I've been such a bad twink, so I deserve it.
I've had many cream-filled cannons in my childhood, but I've never had a Twinkie, so you're gonna see me have my first. And my expectations are quite high.
Wait, what?
What? These are freaking small as hell. I know it's the vanilla flavor. I thought they'd be bigger. Do they even carry chocolate? That has to be, at best, average size, 3 inches. The thing that is getting me excited is that there is 3 insertion holes. Wow. It feels a little bit like something that you should not be eating. Like, these are the foods that we need vaccines for. But I will say, the best foods are shaped for the perfect insertion into the mouth. Damn, yo. Oh my God. I can totally see why kids are addicted to these things. Like, if my mom gave me these, I would have behaved more. I would have been a good son, and I would have been really, really fat. Oh.
Wait, Will. Come to your senses for a second. If you eat that, you're gonna be up 200,000 calories, and then you're gonna die of a heart attack.
So good I might even enjoy another. I'm pretty sure some dude out there lost a lot of weight on just eating Twinkies. So if you think they're bad for you, think again.
I mean, you could... The Twinkie weight loss thing is, of course, the same principle. It's calories in, calories out. Of course, you can lose weight only eating Twinkies. You just can't, you know, you just can't eat more Twinkies. What is it? He's jacked. It's a joke. No, I mean, no, literally, if you ate like, you know, 10 Twinkies a day and that's all you ate, it's a very unhealthy diet, but you'll still lose weight.
The last food is actually going to be a US apple. Look at this little polar bear here. He's all cute, but he's gonna low-key kill you because there's a compound in the apple that prevents the apple from turning brown. This is banned throughout the entire European Union. So the US is like, how do you like them apples? And the EU's like, not at all.
I didn't know that. What the fuck?
Today's breakfast is gonna look like my kids' failed Father's Day breakfast in bed because we were having
this guy's a fitness YouTuber. Holy shit. That makes sense. Look at how fucking jacked he is. He's got the Gymshark skin tight dry fit on. That makes so much sense now. I was like wondering why he was talking so much about calories and shit.
some cereal, and what goes better with carbs than carbs? And we're gonna have some Pop-Tarts. You know what? I'm starting to think that the EU wanted to ban grape pumps because there's so many things today that are carb heavy that are just not allowed over there. It's just rude. Do you guys know it's spelled like that? F-R-O-O-T, not fruit. I was mind blown. We got ourselves 2 bowls. It's like a plate, but deep. And one of them, we're gonna add some Fruit Loops. I know a lot of you guys are probably surprised to see this because there's a lot of colors to excite your kids. It's the color of the rainbow, and hey, that can't be bad. But it's full of really bad dyes that are banned in tons of countries, so LSD might be the better rainbow for you. And a little less calories. The next cereal is gonna be Frosted Flakes. They're great. So these are banned in Japan and the European Union because there's flavor enhancers in here, which I totally believe because that's why we call it the dandruff of angels. One of my favorite cereals of all time, but you gotta eat them fast because they get pretty damn soggy. Let's test it dry and then we'll get wet. You learn a lot that way. I'm just discovering it tastes nothing like fruit.
You never had a Fruit Loop?
That is the sweetest cereal that I've ever knew. That is like 20% more sweet than Fruit Loops. Fun fact, US milk is actually banned in a lot of places, but that does not mean you can't still milk a US nut. And add some almond milk. Superset. You know, I traded in for a different kind of frosting years ago, but it's always nice to go back to my childhood roots. At the grocery store yesterday.
Guys, I'm beginning to feel like this man is gay. I think this man might be gay.
I had quite the Sophie's Choice moment because I never really realized how many different flavors of Pop-Tarts that there are. I'm always a fruity guy, but I decided to go with the s'mores flavor. Banned everywhere for tons of bad chemicals and dyes. Do you guys like your Pop-Tarts warm or cold? I like it nice, warm, and moist. It makes it feel like it wants me back, you know what I mean?
Not all of these things are harmful. They're just banned. This is pseudoscience bullshit. I mean, there's a lot in there. Your radar is off. Wait, really? No, there's a lot of it that's just like understandably banned in my opinion. Chatter's kind of right. Chatter's not wrong. There are some things that other countries ban that is only banned due to, I guess, I don't know, one reason or the other. Overall fears from like GMOs and whatnot. But having said that, like Yellow 5 and shit like that is not great for you, as far as I understand.
Each bite of this just takes me through an emotional journey. It's pretty crazy to me that these foods that are so readily available to a lot of kids in North America are banned elsewhere in the world, but the FDA allows it, and I believe it's all for the sake of money.
They have Frosties in the UK? No, they have Mountain Dew in the UK, for example, but Yellow 5 is banned. So they just use different compounds. They will use different shit. They're just made differently. It's not the same product. It doesn't taste the same.
I love this life of moral corruption. I was searching what banned sports can I try, and there was dogfighting and cockfighting, which, I mean, I don't think I could be doing that. So we went to movies, and it turns out 300 is banned in Iran for its portrayal of the Persian army. So we're gonna be doing the 300 workout today. I'm looking at it. It looks tough, but all good things hurt sometimes, especially when it's your first time. It's a timed workout, one circuit through. The workout's on the screen right now. And if this is like my experience watching the film, I should be finished pretty quick. I'm gonna be drinking yellow Gatorade throughout. So yellow Gatorade's also banned in some countries for a yellow dye. Yellow Gatorade is the worst flavor. If I was a football coach, I'd rather forfeit than get a shower of this if I won. Time starts now, 25 pull-ups.
He's not gay, chat. I was baited yesterday. Oh, he's not gay? He's just making a lot of references to sucking and fucking dudes. He's just Canadian. Respect. You can't tell me someone who makes gym content is not gay, okay? As you know, HasanAbi rule number 1. The more you go to the gym, the gayer you are. Everybody knows this.
Stop. 14 minutes, 16 seconds. I'm pretty happy with that because I saw in the article one of the actors in the movie about like 18 minutes and 6 seconds or something like that. So I beat that. That's tough. Try this workout out and let me know in the comments what you guys get. Just don't get 14 minutes and 16 seconds. Post-workout time, everybody. So we're gonna be having some stovetop stuffing. So this is banned in a lot of countries because there's a preservative in here that impairs blood clotting. So if you think about it, it's technically an anti-aphrodisiac. So we're gonna add this in here. I mean, in a package like this, you just know it can't be good. It looks like an MRE. To go along with that, we're gonna be having, which I think a lot of you guys are gonna be surprised about, is rotisserie.
Okay, what? Whoa, chill, stop. Hold up. Did not know that. That's weird. Before we get to that, what I was going to say is, on the one hand, blood clotting. On the other hand, stuffing is pretty fucking good. I would take the dive, at least for one day out of the year, or for 1 week out of the year, I guess. Thanksgiving. That's all I'm going to say.
Chicken. So this is banned. U.S. chicken is banned in all of Europe. So I guess you can say it's on the no-fly list. That's because it is soaked in chlorine before it goes to market, which is kind of gross. I don't even like to swim in a chlorine pool. I don't want to eat chlorine chicken.
What?
But I'm gonna eat it today for the video.
Wait, what?
I just lunch ladied that. I'm gonna call this meal the Lindsay Lohan because on the surface, it looks wholesome AF, but it's full of banned substances. So like a lot of things, to enjoy it, we're gonna pull the skin back. You know what, guys? If my chicken is gonna be sketchy, full of chemicals, I want people to question my natty status, not my vital signs, you know what I mean? But I love a rotisserie chicken. The smell of it just makes me want to twerk.
Dude, this is devastating. I did not know that the rotisserie chickens that I enjoy every single fucking day, pretty much, are showered with chlorine before they... What the fuck? This is terrifying.
If it tastes this good, clot my blood, man. This is probably also the whitest meal I think I've ever seen. I just need someone else here to comment on its spiciness to round it out. On the side for dessert, we got ourselves some Jell-O. I love Jell-O. It reminds me of hospitalization. When I poke, he jiggles. This is banned for having red 40. So between the name and the jiggle, I'm thinking about football and tight ends. It tastes so artificial that I don't even understand why people buy it. It makes you wonder if Walden Farms is on the payroll for the FDA. Something under the table going on. This is cornbread stuffing, which is very confusing, but like I've always learned, if you're confused about something, just put it in your mouth. Stuffing is by far the best thing on a Thanksgiving plate. Comment down below, what's your favorite thing on a Thanksgiving plate?
A long-term symptom of sustained chlorine consumption in men from ages 20 to 30 is progressive microcephaly. Haha, really funny. Real funny.
Plate. At the grocery store right now. Katie's coming over because we're gonna be having a banned food date night.
Woo. I gotta grab something.
You know when they say farm to table? This is never what they mean. Farm salmon is actually banned in a lot of countries because they feed the fish like chemicals and a bunch of bullshit. Keep them in small cages, just not very ethical, so not allowed. Thank you very much. Thank you. You too. Do the hospital bills. So there's something in here called bromine, which has a number of health problems, including memory loss, which is pretty crazy. This is a gamer drink, and you can lose your memory. That's not good for them.
What?
Not good for them at all. Ritz crackers. You too. Do the hospital bills. So there's something in here called bromine, which has a number of health problems, including memory loss.
Someone just said jokes on him. I already forgot what he said. Me too, man. Me too.
Which is pretty crazy. This is a gamer drink, and you can lose your memory. That's not good for them. Not good for them at all. Ritz crackers, perfect for a penitentiary cheese board. Apparently the European Union, Australia, and Japan have all banned powdered mashed potatoes. And I could probably see why, but dinner. Salmon and mashed potatoes, kind of weird. Maraschino cherries, a cherry with a reliable pop. Say it with me, guys. Red 40. Oh, that's legit. Oh my god. That just
It's no longer a Mountain Dew. It was withdrawn in 1970. PepsiCo to stop adding BVO to Gatorade and other products. (2020) no longer uses BVO in the mainline beverages, but the original BVO containing formula is still sometimes sold as a lesser distributed Mountain Dew throwback beverage. Oh my God, when you get the fucking Mountain Dew throwback one, you actually are still getting the... Bro, they're like, hey, brother, we decided we're going to sell you the throwback beverage, which makes you, which makes you lose your memory. It's fucking sick. Oh my God. Their slogan, remember this? Probably not. Yep.
I just turned to mashed potatoes before my very own eyes. Oh, she dumb thick. Okay, come.
I don't want to.
It's laced with love. You might feel a little dizzy in a couple minutes. I feel like if you ordered this at a bar, this is a great way to get your ID cut up.
What?
What?
Well, yeah, who's ordering Mountain Dew at the club?
You don't like it?
It's not great.
Why?
It doesn't have much flavor. I feel like you watered it down.
With vodka. Mm-hmm. You know there's something in it that causes loss of memory, so you'll forget you ever had it if you drink it. You like that? Go have a seat. I'm gonna bring you your meal, okay?
Ew.
Mashed potatoes should not fall like that.
He's not making... It's a double entendre. You're supposed to think he's making like a roofie joke, but he's talking about bromide. Brominated water or vegetable oil. That's the joke, chat.
Look at Play-Doh.
All right, girl.
No, there were people who literally didn't understand it. I had to describe the joke.
You might be thinking we're at a restaurant right now.
Yeah.
But I can assure you we're not. So we got something fishy covered in crackers. I'd make a joke, but I don't want to make fun of someone's mom.
Or
What? On the side, we have ourselves some powdered mashed potatoes.
yeah.
What?
You excited?
No. Salute.
Salute.
What the fuck was that? That's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
You excited?
No. Salute.
Salute. That tastes like it was not intended for me.
It tastes like potato.
What?
I'm tasting potato.
It does not at all. You know what? Katie knows very well that all these foods can shorten her lifespan, but she's doing it for my video.
People are so fucking annoying. They're like, go back, bro. It was paused when I paused it and I pointed to it. Like, if you still missed it, I don't know what to tell you. Like, sorry, fucking sucks to suck. Maybe drink a little bit more Mountain Dew and forget about it, okay?
Oh, that's like some Romeo and Juliet shit right there. That's true love. The hell is that? You okay?
Unsure.
Yeah.
No, it's the Mountain Dew. It's gone to my head.
Do you drink? Yeah, oh, okay. I don't like that at all.
No.
I feel like the reason for powdered mashed potatoes' success is butter and emotional neglect.
People are just lazy, man.
Mm-hmm. And also, who the hell eats mashed potatoes? Like, I feel like mashed potatoes is like a family gathering food. Like, who makes mashed potatoes for two? Unless it's boxed.
We might be offending people.
What? Before I take a bite? It doesn't taste immediately morally wrong in my mouth.
Why would it?
Because it's Ritz cracker crusted salmon. So you know the salmon? They're like fed like chemicals and stuff, and they grow up in this big cage. Like they're all like very crammed together.
Oh, poor salmon.
I was gonna do fish fart.
Probably.
Think so?
Tuesday.
Apparently, Ritz crackers contain high levels of sodium hydrogenated cottonseed oil. The FDA has actually deemed these types of oils to be not generally safe. But then, yeah, it's still available.
Here we are.
Yeah. Can you just appreciate the fact that I executed that salmon perfectly, like the pinkness inside there?
Yeah, she's pink.
Yeah.
You like it when it's pink.
What do I always say?
You like your pink?
Drop. You cannot say that. What are you doing? Don't embarrass the family right now.
All my girls do yoga. Hey.
Ugh. So there's a thickening agent in here which makes it banned, but I see that as kind of like a selling point.
Because we like our shit thick.
Not that thick. Salute. Want to see a thing of beauty right here? My fiance and this drumstick. Beautiful.
I need to. One bite it.
I'm not doing that.
You won't do it.
Trust me, I want to. I'm not doing it.
You've shown me before. The caramel in the middle?
It's just vanilla, you spoiled brat.
Let me try getting in your mouth.
Okay, don't just dart it in my mouth.
I don't know where it went.
I know it right here.
Patrick?
Oh.
Okay. Like a little dramatic.
My throat has not faced this much abuse since I got promoted in the NBA head office. Do you have anything last words you need to say?
Bye, friends. Be nice to one another.
And I'll see you guys in the next one.
Good video by Will Tennyson. Okay, now let's watch foreign foods that were banned in the U.S. Little switcheroo. Little switcheroo on you guys. Yeah, that's right.
The obvious, Americans love food. And in the U.S., you can buy anything imaginable at restaurants, farms, markets, and other stores. Well, almost anything. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration has banned many foods from being sold or eaten in the United States for various reasons.
What, like being too healthy?
Today, we're going to take a look at...
Oh, I mean, that one's a classic because, like, kids die, right? Because they put the whole thing in their mouths and then they choke on the toys.
some foreign foods that are not allowed in the USA. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to the Weird History Food channel. After that, please leave a comment and let us know what other funky food topics you would like to hear about. Now, let's take an illicit trip on the wild side of food.
Wait, haggis is banned?
Scotland is known for a number of wonderful things, like Scotch whiskey, bagpipes, and Sean Connery. But it's also known for eating haggis.
Haggis? What is haggis?
Haggis, for those who don't know, is a type of pudding composed of the liver, heart, and lungs of a sheep, mixed with beef and oatmeal, then seasoned with onions, cayenne peppers, and other spices. This mixture is then packed into a sheep's stomach and boiled.
How revolting!
This might not sound appetizing to everyone, but Scottish people are really into it. In fact, haggis is the national dish of Scotland, and if you get it there, it's usually accompanied by turnips and mashed potatoes.
I'd eat it. Americans would be like, ew, gross, and then they don't even realize, like, what do you think sausage is, my man? They'll say, ew, haggis is gross, and then they go and eat a fucking dirty water hot dog.
Americans who like haggis, however, are out of luck because haggis is currently banned from being imported into the United States. The U.S. banned all foods that are made from animal lungs in 1971. Since then, Scotland has made several efforts to influence the U.S. into lifting the ban on haggis and changing federal food safety regulations, but they've come up short each time. Too
That's
bad
pretty
Sean
funny.
Connery isn't around to ask them. Sometimes the U.S. bans foods for health concerns about the dish itself, but there are other reasons John Q. Law might stop you from enjoying a particular meal. For example, to protect an endangered species. Such is the case with beluga caviar.
Okay, but like this literally exists in the U.S. Like this makes no sense. Like I've seen this food actually, like you can get beluga caviar in the United States of America.
Caviar is, of course, fish eggs. Beluga caviar comes from the beluga sturgeon, which is the largest of the sturgeons, weighing more than 2,000 pounds and measuring more than 15 feet long. It can take up to 25 years for the female beluga to mature and produce eggs. Beluga caviar varies in color from light to dark gray and is the largest grain caviar. Their pearls are the most delicate and have a mild, buttery flavor. In 2005, however, the United States banned beluga caviar from further import due to overfishing. The U.S. was consuming about 60% of the world's beluga caviar, which is considered the Rolls-Royce of caviar due to costing $200 per ounce. In fact, beluga caviar was so desirable that the available stock declined by 90%. Overfishing of the beluga can mostly be traced back to poaching in the black market, but that's just academic now. The bottom line is, no beluga caviar for Americans anymore. So as we've seen, the U.S. might ban a food for being unsafe, or because it derives from a species at risk. But there's yet another reason a food might be banned: trading concerns. Take the Mirabelle plum, which is the small, oval-shaped and dark yellow fruit grown on the Mirabelle plum tree. It's sweet and full of flavor, and is used in fruit preserves and dessert pies. The fruit can mostly be found in France, where 70% of the world's Mirabelle production occurs. The production of the Mirabelle plum has been supported since 1996 by a protected geographical indication to help guarantee its authenticity. The protected origin designation makes it illegal to import or commercially sell the plums in the U.S. That being said, regular folks can grow them on their own property, as long as you don't try to sell them. Unpasteurized milk, or raw milk, is milk that comes directly from an animal's udder and hasn't been heat-treated or pasteurized to kill any bacteria. Sounds great, right?
Oh, indeed it does.
Well, it may not be. Raw milk carries a higher risk of being contaminated with harmful bacteria that causes foodborne illnesses than pasteurized milk does. Children, in particular, are at a higher risk for these diseases because their immune systems have not yet fully developed. The FDA banned the interstate sale or distribution of raw milk in the U.S., but states are able to adopt their own laws of the sale of raw milk. Given the risk, you might think that states would want to stop people from drinking the stuff, but not so much. In fact, drinking and consuming unpasteurized milk is 100% legal in all 50 states. That being said, only 13 states allow the sale of raw milk in retail stores. Of the other 37, 20 states prohibit the sale of raw milk, and 17 states allow the sale of raw milk on the farm in which it was produced. And at the very least, many of the states that allow the selling of raw milk require a warning label informing consumers about the risk of pathogens that can be found in the milk. There is currently something of a movement in the United States to consume organic and locally grown foods. Some believe that raw milk is more nutritious and provides good bacteria for the body. Sassafras oil is extracted from the dried root bark of the sassafras tree. The tree, in case you want to go looking for one, stands anywhere from 20 to 40 feet tall, with slender branches and orange and brown colored bark. The leaves are oval and can grow to 3 to 7 inches long, and the flowers are small and of a greenish or yellow color. Historically speaking, sassafras has played a big role in various cultures around the world. For example, many Native American
You were trying to self-report. You were trying not to self-report all the caviar you get on the regular amount. Bitch, I don't even eat seafood. What the fuck do you mean? Every time I've ever fucking had caviar, I've talked about it on stream. Dumb as fuck. It literally tastes like it tastes like salt. Anytime I've ever talked about caviar on this broadcast, it's been me making a joke about how like rich people are silly for eating caviar and thinking that it's awesome. We all know that's a cover. Yeah, secretly I'm eating so much seafood, especially caviar. Shadows are just making shit up. It's super easy to get beluga caviar in the US anywhere. It's everywhere. Yeah, I don't think beluga caviar is... The good caviar should taste like salt debate is always reignited. Yeah.
tribes use it for various medicinal purposes, including to help with acne, urinary disorders, and fevers. It can also be found in Chinese medications to help treat rheumatism and trauma. The twigs from the plant were once used as toothbrushes, and sassafras was also used as an early anesthetic and disinfectant. Not only that, but sassafras was found in many distinct foods in the U.S., and it was known as a key ingredient in many root beers and teas. Sounds pretty useful, right? Well, don't start celebrating just yet. The FDA prohibits all sassafras bark, oil, and saffrole as flavorings or food additives.
Why?
Sassafras is no longer considered safe for human consumption.
Why?
It was actually banned all the way back in 1979 after research linked it to cancer. Also, when too much sassafras oil is consumed, poisoning could possibly occur. The ortolan is a small, colorful bird in the bunting family, a category that also includes American tree sparrows. Once upon a time, in a faraway land called France, the ortolan was a chief ingredient in a highly controversial meal. The recipe called for...
I'm sorry, but it's pretty funny that, like, Mountain Dew is still allowed to sell fucking brominated vegetable oil Mountain Dew by just simply slapping on old school as a tag on it. But, like, they're like, sassafras is a big no-no. Because you can synthesize MDA from it. Not MDMA, but similar.
For the bird to be cooked for 8 minutes and served with a head attached. The bird was then meant to be eaten whole, including the head and bones. Due to its rarity, the killing and selling of the ortolan was banned in France in the 1990s. But that didn't stop poachers who continued to catch the small bunting and sell it to local restaurants. In fact, the law was so inconsequential that France's League for the Protection of Birds claimed that the ortolan population dropped 30% even after the ban was enacted.
France's League for Defending Birds is like working overtime and failing double the amount. They still have foie gras, no? They can't even protect the fucking ducks. The French want to eat birds no matter what. You're not going to stop them. Bird law activists in France doing the most and not getting anything in return.
This forced the government to enact more stringent enforcement in 2007. But the killing of the rare bird is less controversial than the barbaric way in which it is killed. It starts with the birds being trapped during their migratory season and kept in covered cages. Since the ortolan eats more at night, covering the cages cruelly tricks them into gorging on grain, even to the point where their bodies double in size. This is a less gruesome variation on an alleged ancient practice in which the bird's eyes would be plucked out, fooling them into thinking it was night so that they would eat more. Either way, once the ortolans are fattened up, they're thrown, still alive mind you, into a vat of Armagnac. which both drowns and marinates them. France now strictly enforces the ban on killing ortolans. In fact, the killing, cooking, or smuggling of the bird anywhere in the European Union or the United States is currently a crime. Kazumarzu, translated into English, means rotten cheese. And if that doesn't sound horrible enough to you already, then allow us to point out that it's also known as maggot cheese. Now you're probably thinking something like, okay, it has a disgusting name, but it's just a name, right? Well, this Sardinian cheese is typically soaked in brine, smoked, and then left to ripen in a cheese cellar. So far, so good. But then cheesemakers set it outside, uncovered, allowing cheesing flies to lay eggs inside it. The eggs hatch into maggots, which start feeding on the cheese. The maggots produce enzymes that promote fermentation and cause fats within the cheese to decompose. The cheese becomes super soft and leaves a burn on the tongue when eaten. Local Sardinians say the cheese is only good when the maggots are still moving. If the maggots are dead, then the cheese has gone bad and is too toxic for consumption. Kazumarzu is not in compliance.
Bro, nah. America, rare America W. Nah, don't care how good it tastes. And I love me some stinky ass cheese, you know what I mean? Like, I like blue cheese, you know, that's fucking moldy ass cheese. This is where I draw the line. I don't want living maggots in it, man. Extremely rare FDA W, dude. What the fuck? There's a fucking line and I drew it. It's better for your health than half of your food. Man, shut up, bitch. The one Sardinian in the chat. It's better for your health than all of your other food. Fuck you. How about that? Yeah, you keep fucking being healthy then. Okay? You keep being healthy eating maggots, dog. What the hell? One Sardinian.
Compliance with European Union hygienic standards. Movies like 1975's Jaws make it seem like humans have a lot to fear from sharks. But in reality, the reverse is far more true. In fact, finning, the act of cutting off a shark's fin, is one of the greatest threats that sharks face. It's so dangerous because after...
I'm conflicted by this because, like, on the one hand, I know it's devastating for the environment, the ecosystem, and everything, right? But on the other hand, sharks terrify me. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's like, yeah, fuck those sharks. You know what I mean? They'd fucking bite my ass if I was in the water. Like, that's how I feel. I'm just being honest. Don't get mad at me. I know it's wrong to feel this way. But, like, sharks are very scary, dude.
After a shark is finned, it's thrown back in the sea where it may drown, bleed to death, or be eaten by other animals.
Wait, what
Fortunately,
the fuck?
for those who want to protect the sharks, there is still a large market for shark fins to make shark fin soup, which is a popular and luxurious Asian dish. Shark fins are very popular in Asia and can be found in food stores, pharmacies, and fishing villages. The demand for shark fins has led to sharks being targeted solely for their fins. But don't expect to try that soup in the US anytime soon. The practice of finning is illegal in the United States.
I'm just saying, did you try shark fin in Japan? No. Dude, I don't eat seafood. Why would I? Yeah, I don't eat seafood, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to go and have shark fin soup next to all the beluga caviar I'm consuming. Just a big fuck you to the water critters. You know what I mean?
Ackee appears to be a very delightful and delicious fruit, but appearances can be deceiving. For if the ackee is improperly eaten, it can cause vomiting or even lead to a coma or death. To do it right, you need to know that the ackee's fruit's protective pod turns red and naturally opens, revealing the edible portion, which is the many yellow aril that surround the toxic black seeds. The ackee fruit is originally native to West Africa, but
It's like, nah, I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm not that crazy to eat this fucking fruit, you know? It's like that one fish that they make in Japan where, like, if you don't, what is it, like the puffer fish or whatever? Like, if you don't cut it perfectly, you just die. Fugu. Yeah, I'm good. Like, I'm good. I'm so good. You know what I mean? I'm super good. Like, there's no planet in which it's worth it to take a risk like this. You can say the exact same thing about cashews. Wait, what? Shut the fuck up. What did you say about cashews? Wait, what? Can you? Wait, stop. Okay, Mr. Chlorine Bath Chicken. Yo, I didn't. What's up with cashews? Cashews have to be cooked or they're poisonous? Wait. Bro, I've actually never seen a raw cashew. I always thought they just like. Wait, yes, I have. Wait, what the fuck? Here you go. These are raw cashews. Isn't this a raw cashew? There you go. Wait, what the fuck? Yo! This is what the cashew looks like on a tree? What the fuck? Raw cashews are not what you'd expect. Ew. That's kind of weird. I am 31 and I also just learned this recently. Wait, what? Cashews are fruit? Not nuts? Yo, that's weird as hell. All fruits are nuts? Wait, what? Farm fresh cashew and nuts, fruits cutting and eating in my village. But why is there just a toe in there? Oh! What the fuck? The beeping in the background is killing me. The cashews are technically a fruit because the delay it takes them to maturity, just like the delay in the top of the hour ad break. Can't eat a lot of apple seeds because of cyanide poisoning. Yo, this is like actually kind of making me feel good about my whole like I don't like to eat any fruit agenda. So many things are poisonous, it turns out. But at least I don't eat any fruit, you know what I mean? Oh, by the way, here's the Thurman ad break now.
Was brought to Jamaica in 1778. In Jamaica, the harmful effects of ackee fruit are known as Jamaican vomiting sickness, and they're comfortable
Read my
enough
last
with it to have
message,
made it
scientific
Jamaica's
info.
national fruit.
That looks like Harvey Weinstein's penis by the court description. No, Jeffrey Epstein. Wasn't Jeffrey Epstein's like egg-shaped? I've seen a drawing.
The fruit can be tried in Jamaica paired with codfish, which is a popular dish. In the U.S., however, the FDA banned all ackee, though they later allowed the sale of frozen or canned ackee. The import of fresh ackee is still banned. The Kinder Surprise Egg is a hollow chocolate egg that holds a plastic capsule that contains a toy. The toy is usually a simple collectible, like a tiny bike or miniature beach bucket and pail. They are widely popular and are sold across the world, except in the United States. Not that it's hurting them any. In fact, even without the help from U.S. markets, Kinder sells more than 3.5 billion surprise eggs each year. Kinder Surprise Eggs have always been illegal in the United States. The 1938 regulation made it illegal to sell any candy that contains a non-nutritive object. Several efforts have been made to import the chocolate egg into the U.S., but the federal government has continued its ban and recalled the item each time.
This is so funny because, like, I grew up with Kinder Surprise Eggs in Turkey, and I had no fucking idea that you can't have it out here.
Luckily for U.S. consumers, Kinder also makes the Joy Egg, which is a more recent version that separates the toy from the chocolate in two sealed halves. The Joy Egg meets FDA regulations and is compliant with the Consumer Product Safety Commission. It's not exactly the same as the Kinder Surprise, but it's close enough so the fans across the U.S. can get their fix. So what do you think? What banned food sounds good to you? Let us know in the comments below, and while you're at it, check out some of these other videos from our weird history.